Good evening, everybody. Welcome on back to the channel. Thank you for coming back. You didn't have to come back, but you did choose to. Hope that you're doing well. Let's continue on. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. We're going to listen to the title track, kind of the album, which is I Lit Lovin'. Now, the album name is Lit Lovin', so I guess you could make the argument that this isn't the title track, but I mean, come on. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. We'll talk about it after. Let's go. Has a Western sound. Has a jangly Western sound. I like that.
Despair and deception, love's ugly little twin, came a knocking on my door. I let him in. Darling, you're the punishment for all my former sin. I let love in. I let love in.
I know I already said that this sounds like a Western, but it sounds like someone else, and I can't think of who that is. Johnny Cash, a little bit?
My life flashed before my eyes. It was a horror to behold. A life sentence sweeping confetti from the floor of a concrete hole. I
Especially that part. I like the tone of regret that he's taking in.
Well, I've been bound and gagged, yeah, I've been terrorized, and I've been castrated, and I've been lobotomized. But never has my tormentor come in such a cunning disguise.
I really like these lyrics too.
So if you're sitting all alone and hear a knocking at your door, and the air's full of promises, well, buddy, you've been warned. Far worse to be love's lover than the lover that love has scorned. I'll let love in. I'll let love in. Yeah, I'll let love in. I'll let in. I'll let love in. I'll let love in. I'll let
Okay, as a title track slash not title track, this was, I thought, perfect. I enjoyed the Western vibe that this track takes on, but at the same time, it's very heavy, very dramatic, but not in like a Ennio Morricone kind of dramatic. And yet it kind of feels like it takes a few notes, like just scrabbling a little bit on paper, right? And then I was trying to figure out like why his voice sounded familiar and the tone, the delivery. And while I don't know a lot about this artist, it kind of reminded me of what I have heard of Johnny Cash in some ways, just like that deep drawl that he kind of gets into here that still sounds suave, but perhaps a little weathered. Perhaps he's seen some stuff, perhaps he's experienced some stuff. Which, in the case of this particular track and the lyrics, yes, he has. He's experienced love, as he says. He has let love in, and he shows some regrets, to say the least, as you dive into the lyrics there. I love the constant piano in there as well. In the break of the music, that big swell, that rumbling noise that comes in, you hear that a lot in Western soundtracks and stuff. So I just thought that was a very cool atmosphere for him to place this type of track in. What could it mean? Why did he place this theme in a Western bound song? Could it be the notion, and I'm thinking of American history, the notion of traveling west historically has been the exploration of new opportunities, the exploration of in the search of something new, a new land, new life, whatever it may be. Himself, I Let Love In, was him taking that journey west, allowing himself to explore perhaps a feeling, an emotion, an attachment, a connection that he's never explored or connected to before, but he regrets it. I don't know. I may be theorizing, but I feel like my canon may be knocking on the right door. Despair and Deception, Love's Ugly Little Twins. Before I even move on, I thought that was kind of cool because it's been a long time since I've familiarized myself with The Sandman name starts with G. Garth Ennis. But if I remember correctly, Despair is like literally a cousin. It's a relative of Dream, the main character. Anyways, came and knocking on my door, I let them in. Darling, you're the punishment for all my former sins. And then the chorus, I let love in, I let love in, which is very much spoken and sung with regrets. The door, it opened just a crack, but love was shrewd and bold. My life flashed before my eyes, it was a horror to behold, a life sentence sweeping confetti on from the floor of a concrete hole. I like how he admits he didn't open himself that much. He said, just crack the door. But at the same time, he says that love was shrewd and bold. He also says that his tormentor came in a cunning disguise. So, perhaps appearing, coming with treasures and rewards and gold, but under the disguise, a dagger. Says, well, I've been bound and gagged and terrorized, castrated and been lobotomized. He has completely been put through the gamut of the emotions of loss of love and heartbreak, to the point that he's comparing it to these other things here. Then that bridge, oh Lord, tell me what I've done. Please don't leave me here alone. Where are my friends? My friends are gone. Tell me what I've done. Please don't leave me here. My friends are gone. So even those closest to him, perhaps not even romantically, are gone. So it could just be love, not even romantically, but just in relationships in general. Then at the end it says, so if you're sitting all alone and here knocking at your door and the air is full of promises, well, buddy, you've been warned. He's warning others now. Far worse to be love's lover than the lover that love has scorned. Basically a kind of play in comparison on, better to have, well, actually, no. It's the opposite really of better to have loved than to, what is that quote? You guys already know what I'm talking about. Better to have loved and lost than to never loved at all. He's basically saying the opposite. Like, hey, just letting you know what can happen. It ain't good. So I like how he's basically singing a cautionary tale of love. Wonderful track. Let me know what you guys thought of it, though. Let me know in the comments down below. Follow me on Twitter. Support the channel on Patreon. Press the like button. Had to think about what else. That's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.